Welcome back to the Blitzed and Amused podcast. It has been a while. There's really been no news to talk about. We've kind of let a few news articles stack up. Once again, I'm here with Jaden.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy to be back. Happy to be back.
Yeah, dude, I've been missing it. There's just been, nothing to talk about, you know? It's been... I don't know, we did our draft recap, but... I don't know, this is kind of like the point where you just got to do, predictions, and I don't want to do predictions every week, so I was kind of just letting minicamp news stack up and some other NFL news. I don't know if you have anything on the agenda, but obviously the biggest news is probably Aaron Rodgers officially signing with the Steelers.
I think it's crazy that as washed as he is still, gaining that much attention.
Yeah, well...
This far.
He's always, every offseason that he's a free agent, he's just drug it out to be the center of attention.
And it always works.
Yeah.
He's always the top story, at the end of free agency. He's the only top story.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he got 13 mil or something. It's got to be on this. I could share this with you, actually. Let me...
I think it was either 13 or 14.
There you go.
And he's going to wear number 8.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll click on this. Where'd my OBS go? There we go. Okay. So he signed a 1-year deal, 13.6 mil that includes 10 million guaranteed and worth up to 19.5 million with incentives. I'm really wondering what those incentives are. Knowing Mike Tomlin, it's just get me to a 9-8 season.
Make the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, because DK's great, but that's a worse receiving room than when DK was in Seattle.
Yeah, they should have kept Pickens.
They should have, and I don't know. Sure, I don't know what they're really doing. I don't know if they're trying to clear cap. They didn't want to pay Pickens with DK having that huge $150 million contract.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see this being a smart decision when you had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, who are two, right now, better quarterbacks than who Aaron Rodgers is.
It's not like Rodgers played awful last season. He had 30 touchdowns and 11 picks, but the defense sucked dog balls.
I'm being honest. I'm taking Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson's making the same amount of money, if not less.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm taking Justin Fields over both of them.
Yeah.
Just because of the potential upside of him, you know?
Yeah, the Steelers definitely should have went Justin Fields and went younger there.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. But I don't know. We can do a whole record prediction for the whole NFL in this episode too. On some other now former Packer news, Jair Alexander got released today.
Eagles gonna pick him up.
Why would you want that?
Man, if he takes a little contract, $8 million a year.
I mean, yeah, you're paying him $8 million to sit on the sideline injured for half the year.
We just need a veteran presence with our young guys, and we're good.
Yeah.
Or we go pick up Justin Simmons, one of the two.
I would say Justin Simmons would be a better fit in your defense.
Yeah, he already played for Vic Fangio once.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Packers are looking very thin at corner now. And they were already with Jair, so I don't know what they're going to do in the secondary. I think they had some younger players that played okay, but... What are all these ads? Where is my ad blocker? Dude.
And in some good running back news, Nicholas Chubb, possibly a Texan.
I think he is.
Is he? I heard it. I just seen it. He planned to sign. I didn't see if he actually signed.
Yeah, I think he officially or plans to sign. I guess but Nick Chubb, Texan, that's gonna be dirty if he can
stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Yeah, Mixon didn't leave, did he?
Don't believe so. But they also had that. Didn't they have another running back last year?
They had that
No,
What's his
Joe
name?
Mixon's who I'm thinking of because they signed him from the Bengals. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I should have ad blocker on now. No, they had Damian Pierce too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, hopefully Nick Chubb. I love Nick Chubb, so hopefully he can. Like this says, can he thrive after the post ACL injury? Hopefully he can.
He fucked me over in fantasy 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I guess Patriots offered 30 mil for elite wide receiver who took less. Godwin.
Yeah. But we said this from the jump that Chris Godwin was not leaving Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't see a world where he played for any other team.
Yeah. No matter how much the money is.
Yeah. Why? Okay, we're done with CBS. I'm over it. Too many ads. Outlaw CBS on the Blitz Cinemas podcast. We could just go to the NFL full schedule.
Buffalo Bills. You a Bills fan?
Gino is. Shout out Gino.
Yeah, shout out Gino.
These are all week. Why is the only one week 1? What the
done.
fuck? Okay, here.
ESPN.
Right
Yeah.
there. Okay, so you guys have the kickoff game
Yep. In Philly.
in Philly. Raising the banner against Dallas.
Yep. I think that.
Look at this.
I think we win this game.
Look at the ticket prices compared to everywhere else.
Yeah.
I guess you are raising the banner. That'd be pretty sweet to see.
Yeah, I think the Eagles probably win this game pretty handedly.
Yeah, 7-point favorites.
Already, yeah.
Yeah. Chiefs at Chargers. I honestly, and this is in Brazil too, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers pulled this upset.
Yeah, also, like, different country games just are played weird as shit.
Yeah. I mean, Vikings have back-to-back games overseas. Back-to-back weeks.
Like in the same place?
No, we play in Dublin the first week against, I think, the Steelers. So we get Aaron Rodgers overseas again. And then the next week we play in London, which it's only like an hour and a half flight. No time zone switch. So honestly, it kind of helps us. There'll be the first week might have a little jet lag, but we'll be able to practice over there and we'll probably just stay the whole week over there. You know, we won't come back and.
But they're also going to have jet lag.
Yeah. Well, the other team. Yeah. Both teams we play are going to have jet lag and we're only going to have jet lag for 1 week. And then I think we get the bye after that. So. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This game could go either way in my mind, honestly. I mean, you can never count out Pat Mahomes unless they're playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
I would say it also really depends on how their offensive line plays this year after
Losing,
decimating it.
Yeah. Yeah, and LA's been kind of on the up.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Tampa Bay. I think Atlanta killed the draft. I think they're going to smoke Tampa Bay week 1 and open some eyes towards this Atlanta team. I think they have a great chance. It's going to be a tight race in the NFC South for sure, but I think Atlanta is going to take a bit of a leap this year, and I think they'll be playoff bound. It's one of these two that are going to be playoff bound, if not both.
It's just if Atlanta can stop that high-powered offense.
Yeah, because they got Tampa Bay took what's his name?
Did they get Ibuka?
I think they did.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They're in with Godwin and K. Dotton, or not K. Dotton. Is it K. Dotton?
I think so.
And fucking Mike Evans. Crazy that I put Mike Evans last, but
Yeah, and Bucky Irving, who had a standout rookie year.
yeah, like their offense is honestly kind of stacked.
I think the addition of Jalen Walker for Atlanta is going to be huge for them. They had a great draft, like I said before on our draft recap episode.
Yeah, didn't they go double edge? Didn't they get
Yeah,
Yeah, they got that Pierce Jr.
yeah,
Yeah.
that Tennessee dude.
Yeah.
I think Cincy wipes the floor in Cleveland week 1.
I really hope so. I'll be sad if they don't.
Yeah, Miami and Indy, that's just going to be a shit fest, dude. That is the toilet bowl right there.
Whoever wants it more that day, really.
Dude, who's going to start for Indy at quarterback? Like,
Is it Flack? No, Flacco's not there, is he?
no, it's Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson now. I don't know if Flacco's still there.
If Daniel Jones starts, Anthony Richardson needs to retire.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much upside with him. It's like Sam Darnold. It's like exactly like watching Sam Darnold. All the mental errors.
Sam Darnold never got tired.
No. Sam
He just
Darnold
sucked.
had an amazing season for us last year. Whether I guess we'll see with the Seahawks if it was KOC or not, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I I have no prediction for this. I'm gonna say like 3-0, like Raiders Vikings a couple years ago. Um, I think New England torches Vegas, but I think Genty has a great week one.
I'd say New England spent a lot of money in free agency. I think they're going to be a lot better than everybody thinks they're going to be.
I think they're going to be competitive. I don't think they're going to win with the Bills being in the East with them. But
No, but I definitely think that they could win 10, 11 games, maybe.
yeah, because it's them, the Bills, the. Why am I blanking on this? Them, the Bills, the Jets, and. Is Tennessee in? No, Tennessee's the South. Why am I blanking who else is in this division? New England, New York, Buffalo, and is it Miami? It's Miami. It's Miami. I got it. Okay. Were you just letting me figure that out? Because you knew
Yeah,
it? You
I
fucker.
was just hanging out, dude.
God damn it. But yeah, we'll see. I think they'll be competitive for sure. I don't see Miami doing anything crazy.
Especially if Tua has his yearly concussion.
Yeah. I think Arizona takes it in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think that's just New Orleans not having a team.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they're doing there, but I don't know. Pittsburgh at New York. Aaron Rodgers returning to New York. Revenge game.
I want New York to win because of Justin Fields.
Yeah, that'd be so sick. I want Justin Fields to go crazy.
That's the only reason I want New York to win.
That is going to be a very fast-paced offense now. Aaron Rodgers slowed it down, and I think that was kind of the downfall of the offense. I think I wish they would have kept Saleh, because Saleh was a great coach. I think Rodgers just ruined him.
I was gonna say the only reason they fired him is because Rodgers didn't like him.
Yeah. I'll take New York over Pittsburgh here, just hoping they do it.
I thought you were talking New York over Washington. I was like, oh my god.
No. Washington, I hope they mop the floor with New York.
Yeah, I do think New York might be a sneaky good team this year,
Just because
The
of Russell
Giants.
Wilson.
just because they have a quarterback that's competent.
They have a
now.
couple of them.
Yeah,
Because they got Jackson Dart in the draft, who I think has a lot of upside in the right system. And I think Dable's a great coach. It's just the roster he was handed was horrible. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think this could be one of the better games of the noon games, honestly. Yeah, Carolina at Jacksonville. I think Carolina takes it.
yeah, they had a very good end to the season last year.
Yeah, if they can keep that momentum rolling, I think Carolina takes it. But I don't know, man. If Jacksonville can figure it out like they did for the first half of the year, what was it, 2 years ago, when they started out like 8-1, I
Yeah,
think they're gonna be like good.
Yeah, as long as they don't have the same year they had last year, where they're supposed to make the playoffs and then shit the bed.
Yeah, that could also be another like sneaky good game. Then we start the 3 o'clock games. You got Tennessee at Denver. I think Denver mops the floor with Tennessee. Cam Ward. Cam Ward just doesn't have the experience. I think Bo Nix with a year under his belt. He had a great rookie season.
He also just doesn't have a team. Tennessee is like New Orleans in a way.
Yeah. I
Where
think
they
they
should
actually
have
have a
had-
better roster than New Orleans.
Yeah, we don't know who New Orleans quarterback is, unless it's that rookie they just drafted.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think Denver's defense is just going to be too much for Cam Ward.
Yeah.
I think Seattle beats San Francisco in an early divisional game.
I don't think so. I think San Fran's gonna blitz with that D line that they got.
They don't have a D line anymore. They have
Do they
Nick
just?
Bosa, and they drafted that kid, but who knows how well he's going to be.
I mean, if he's as good as everybody says he is, I think they gonna fucking. They're just gonna send fucking six at him every time.
Yeah, we'll see how Sammy does. He's got a decent receiving core over there, so we'll see. Um, got Detroit and Green Bay to start the year. That is going to be a very interesting game.
I think Detroit takes it.
I think so too, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Green Bay
No,
is 1-point favorites.
I
in
think it's
this.
gonna be like a 27-24 game.
Yeah.
But I also don't know if Detroit can, continue that regular season warpath that they had last year.
Yeah, I don't know. I I don't know. Jared Goff can be so up or down.
I was gonna say I don't want to be that guy, but is Jared Goff the guy who can't get the job done? Like he can get you there, but he can't finish.
He had a crazy roster with that 2018 Rams team too.
I know,
Which
and they made it and then scored 3 points.
that Rams team shouldn't have made the Super Bowl. That was that no call on that DPI against the Saints. I think Breeze would have won that his second Super Bowl if that call doesn't happen.
I seen a clip of Jared Goff getting asked about that, and all he said was it called?
Yeah,
If it wasn't called, if it wasn't
motherfucker,
called,
you knew it was a horrible call or horrible
but
no call.
but at the same time, the Saints got the ball back to win it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
like,
still,
yeah,
that's such a big gut punch, though.
yeah, well, it's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep. I wasn't too mad because I was still salty over the '09 Saints game against us. We should have made the Super Bowl that year, but
You're fine.
yeah, no, I'm not. But yeah, yeah, Houston and LA. That is going to be a great game.
Yeah.
I can't even pick a team to win this because both teams are just great.
I might say the Rams just because of how poorly Houston did last season.
I wouldn't
They
even
just
call it poor. I wouldn't
they
call it like a sophomore slump for Stroud either, just because all of his receivers were injured all year.
yeah, but
No,
it just seemed like no matter what they did offensively, if Joe Mixon was not running good, that offense was not moving.
yeah. I mean, the Vikings kind of like completely exposed him.
Yeah.
So
So
we'll see.
I was say I'll say the Rams for that reason alone.
I would definitely take the Rams by like money line, whatever it is. Baltimore and Buffalo. This is going to be the game of Sunday.
Probably the game of the week, honestly.
This is divisional round rematch.
Yeah. MVP versus MV3.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's going to be such a good game. That's another one I really can't pick a winner.
Honestly, that game is more whose defense wants to show up and get a stop.
Yeah. And then the last game of week 1, we have the Vikings going over to Chicago in prime time on Monday night.
So obviously, I know who you're going to pick to win
Yes.
this game. I just want to say, with the offseason that Chicago had, I don't think it's going to be as easy as you think it's going to be.
No, I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I still think we get the win. It's probably going to be by like 3. But remember, last offseason, the Bears made all those moves, and everybody's like, oh, Bears are going to be top of the North, They're going to be competing. Didn't happen. And they did bring in, what's his name, head coach, Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
We'll see. Who is that Dolphins head coach that they brought in a while ago?
Oh,
Yeah, he was an OC, crazy OC.
my bad. You said head coach, and my mind went to their head coach now.
No, gotta look this up. I feel like it's going to be like an Adam Gase situation because Adam Gase was crazy as a coordinator, amazing, and then he went to that Dolphins team, which at the time wasn't bad, and it was just a complete dumpster fire. I hope not for Ben Johnson's sake, but I don't know. We'll see how Caleb does. He had a good rookie season. I think he fell short of expectation, but he had so high of expectations. It kind of reminded me of like the Lonzo Ball thing in the NBA when he got drafted.
I was going to say, his expectations are kind of like, I want to say like LeBron James, how it was that high.
Yeah.
Like, you're asking for all this shit because you think you're the greatest quarterback to come out of college.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll see about that.
I do think the Vikings win, depending on how J.J. McCarthy plays as well.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing there. We know the defense will perform. We were probably, I'd say, a top 5 defense last year in the league, and we only got better.
Yeah, your defensive line is now, off of name-wise alone, has not played a snap, the best defensive line in the league.
Over your guys's?
Oh, name-wise.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Not even have to see him playing a snap.
On paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from one of the worst like interior D lines to one of the best in an off season.
Don't get me wrong. Javon Hargrave and was it Jonathan Allen? Is that
Yeah.
his name? Both of them have injury history, and Jonathan Allen is more on the older side.
Yeah.
But is still a monster.
And they're not even going to be playing like all the snaps either because we still got Harrison Phillips, who is very productive at his age, to rotate in.
I was going to say, you guys are going to rotate out like how the Eagles did.
Yep. And then even our edge, like Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, obviously those are our 2 main ones, but we still have Dallas Turner just waiting. And I think he's going to pop out for a way bigger year than he had his rookie year.
Yeah.
Because he kind of got buried on our depth chart, but when you think about like football, everybody thinks of the starters, but it's the rotational guys because we have like a whole bunch of different like formations that we can run with different personnel. Like our linebackers interchange, our D-line interchanges, we interchange our secondary. So we'll see. I don't know. I think the deeper your team is, the better. I think the Eagles proved that this last year. Because you guys rotated a lot as well.
I was going to say, it's always next man up. If somebody gets injured, you got to have depth at that same position.
Yeah, and really the only position we don't have depth at the moment is corner. And I wouldn't even say our corner room is, like, horrible.
Not really, no.
Because Byron Murphy, obviously, had a stud season last year. I wouldn't say he's a true corner one, but again, the whole rotation thing, we're just going to switch them around, different receivers, and bringing in, what's his name from you guys? He wasn't a huge name.
Isaiah Rodgers?
Yeah, Isaiah Rodgers. As a press man coverage corner, though, is what we need. And if he's getting put in there like 70, 75% of the snaps, you know, in press man coverage, he's big and he's physical, and that's going to help us out a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And we got Mekhi Blackman coming back. In his rookie year, he kind of showed flashes of being like crazy good. So we'll see how it goes. I never get my hopes up too high for the Vikings. I don't want to get disappointed, but you go to week 2. Yeah, Green Bay at Washington. We can kind of just look over the schedule. You guys get the Chiefs week 2 in Kansas City.
Man, we have the third hardest schedule out of anybody in the NFL this year.
I would hope so. You just won the Super Bowl.
You know who has the hardest, though?
Who?
The Giants. How does that make sense?
I have no clue.
What the fuck are we doing?
I mean, we got Chicago and then Atlanta. I think Atlanta's going to be decent this year, so we'll see.
See, what I don't understand is, so The money line on the other game for the Vikings was Chicago -1,
Yeah, they're 1-point favorites.
and now you're 4.5 point favorites on the Falcons, who
Yeah.
have arguably a way better defense than the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be.
All I'm saying, Week 7, Eagles Vikings in Minneapolis. One of the best games of the year.
Oh, 100%. I hope it's like 50-53 or some shit.
I will be in attendance, and I will be watching the Eagles score 48 points unanswered.
I don't think that's happening. I really don't think that's happening.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If that happened, I would snap you every single score, downing a fucking beer for you. Every time, dog.
On an off-related note, Max Brosmer has been lighting up our rookie minicamp. He was the Gophers quarterback, Minnesota, and we just brought him in undrafted. So I wouldn't be surprised if he made the practice squad for us.
Can I say something real quick?
What's up?
JJ McCarthy's 22.
Yeah.
He's 2 years younger than that rookie.
Yeah.
That
We drafted him at 21.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That you got him so young.
Yeah. And he played a pro-style offense at Michigan. And people say handoff merchant, you know. He played in an air raid offense in high school. And he just chose Michigan. He was an Ohio State fan. He wanted to go to Ohio State. But they were already stacked. He wanted to play early on.
I mean, if he would have came to Ohio State, I'm starting to see CJ Stroud over him, honestly.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. He can fucking sling it, though. JJ's got an arm.
See, that was the thing in college. Like, he didn't throw many passes, but when he did, they were on target.
Dude, I love how when you type JJ McCarthy, the first thing that comes up is JJ McCarthy girlfriend.
What she look like? I'll look her up myself. It's fine.
This was last year. I've been seeing clips.
I can see why she's number one. Shout out JJ McCarthy's girlfriend.
Oh, I have to turn off my ad blocker.
That's why it was off in the first place, and you could watch highlights for JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. I hope it's not just... Oh my god, that's loud. There's no, like... I don't like all these fucking edits. I don't want that.
Why don't you just go on YouTube?
I could.
Yo poo.
Yeah, shut up.
Not bad. Why you use Yahoo, dog?
I don't. It automatically sets it for some reason.
I was gonna say mine used to be fucking Microsoft Edge and take me to Bing.
Yeah.
I had to download Google Chrome.
Oh, here we go. OTAs. This another... God damn it.
Same thing. There you go. That
Where,
one's
right
4
here?
minutes long. Yeah, that one's 4 minutes long. It's number 9.
OTAs,
Yeah, he's number 9.
day uno.
Welcome back.
There we go. We'll just skip here. Aaron Jones. Why is this so loud? Hitting the gritty. Aaron Jones is such an underrated receiving back. Oh, that's not even McCarthy. There he is.
God, he's white.
See, this is another...
I mean, it's the highlights from week 1. Or for the first week. that Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins? He's back?
No. There's like one clip I really wanted to find. Oh, right here.
That?
Oh, no, not that. God damn it. What is happening? Yeah, right.
Shout out to Thunder, though, winning game 2. Sorry, I seen him on that clip. I just wanted to say that.
Jalen Naylor. He looks so big now.
His knee was out of bounds. That don't count.
He put on a lot of muscle over this offseason. Is that it? It's just,
Yeah, that was a nice throw.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be more prepared next time, but you get the point. Yeah, so the pickup of Jordan Mason is huge. We got Ty Felton in the draft. We already watched highlights on him over the draft recap. Our offensive line is looking great. Hopefully Darisaw can come back great.
I'll say, who'd you guys lose last year that it was like a really big hit?
Darisaw. I was in that Rams game.
Yeah, the one where the face mask happened at the end.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if your guys' offensive line could stay healthy and at least protect J.J. McCarthy a little bit.
Yeah. But I mean, just looking at our corners and everything too.
You guys got Jeff Okuda.
Yeah,
He's trash.
he is. Asamoah is like slowly going down the depth chart. I had a lot of hope for him.
Hey, I don't want to be rude, but like your cornerbacks, other than Mekhi Blackman,
He's
and
kind
Isaiah
of a
Rod-
stud. Byron Murphy,
What's an NB?
nickelback.
Oh, okay.
So we play a lot of nickel.
Yeah, okay, that
So,
makes more sense.
yeah, he's just floating around wherever we need him.
Okay, so those three, Isaiah Rodgers, Mekhi Blackman, and Byron Murphy. Other than that,
Nobody.
y'all ain't got no depth.
No. I told you, this is where we're the weakest at, but
Like,
still
unless you're
got,
gonna throw a safety over there.
I mean, we could throw Theo Jackson in there. He's okay. Maybe Flores can bring something out in Akuda that all the scouts saw in college.
I mean, he was good in college. Don't get me wrong. He was a fucking dog at Ohio State.
Yeah, so maybe Flores can do something with that. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm pumped for the season.
Me too, dude. I cannot wait.
Should go check out the Eagles.
We're going 17-0.
I don't know about that.
I mean, our team, honestly,
If Jalen Hurts goes down, you guys are fucked.
dude, don't you ever disrespect Tanner McKee like that ever again.
I am.
Tanner McKee in his first 5 passes had 2 touchdowns and 1 incompletion. Are you kidding me? Look at that offense. Look at that offense and tell me Tanner McKee could not do what Jalen Hurts does.
See, you're discrediting Jalen Hurts now.
Super Bowl MVP. How you discredit that?
True.
Outplayed Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls. How do you discredit that?
I think Devontae Smith could have had a say in that Super Bowl MVP.
Or I just think that the Chiefs were really focused on Saquon Barkley and stopping him.
They did.
And I know, and that was the main thing. Was everybody was like Jalen Hurts is gonna have to pass the ball to win the Super Bowl, and like he proved that he can pass the ball as a quarterback.
Yeah.
He just never has pretty numbers. That's why everybody talks so much shit about him.
Yep.
He doesn't have the fucking Joe Burrow stats, but Joe Burrow don't got the fucking Super Bowl trophy to do nothing with it.
Yeah. You can't escape Kyle McCord.
Honestly,
He did great
I
at
was-
Syracuse.
apparently he played really fucking good at Syracuse.
He
I
did.
hated him for Ohio State because he played just like Will Howard, and he had at least one bad interception a game.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta hope Andrew Makuba can keep up.
Yeah, if he can't, that's where Sidney Brown will come in.
You guys have Lewis Seen?
Yeah,
Oh,
we had him last year.
take him.
He's a Super Bowl champion. We will.
I don't know. I think Tristan McCollum could step in too.
He was the only reason I wouldn't want him to step in yet is because he was the reason that the Chiefs scored two big ass touchdowns, those long touchdowns in the end of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He got bombed on, but he was also trying to guard Xavier Worthy, which is not an easy thing to do downfield.
You know, if I was an Eagles fan, I wouldn't hate Adoree Jackson starting over Makuba
No.
at safety.
Honestly, I feel like I was talking shit about your cornerbacks, but like our cornerbacks, other than our starters, yeah.
Yeah. Eli Ricks isn't horrible.
He's not. But when he gets his chances, he's really good.
Yeah. You guys still got one of the most accurate kickers in the league.
Now, in the regular season, he was garbage. In the playoffs, didn't miss a goddamn one.
He never does in the playoffs.
I know, but in the regular season, dude, I was so scared in the playoffs for him because in the regular season, he was not great.
Ever
didn't
since Carson Wentz gave him his game check.
Dude, he didn't make a single kick over 50 yards in the regular season, or he made one.
Yeah.
Like, going from making 61s like every single year, go to missing every single 50-yarder.
Yeah. You guys have about as much depth on the front seven as we do, too.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't
Honestly-
really even go over that for us, but
Jihad Campbell, I'm so excited for him. I'm so excited.
it might
to
be
see that.
like I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a Dallas Turner situation. He just comes in very situationally.
Yeah, like that's what happened with Nolan Smith. Brandon Graham went down with an injury, and they had to throw Smith at edge, and it really worked out for us.
Yeah. Thomas Booker is huge, dude. He's a stud for you guys.
Yeah, I think getting any defensive tackles to try to make up for what we lost in free agency.
Yeah. Like, go into ours. Like, Kobe King was big, obviously, for us. He's a stud coming out of college. Dallas Turner, obviously, first-round pick, took him pretty high. He showed flashes, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Fucking just seeing Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Grenard, Jonathan Allen, Harrison Phillips, Van Ginkel, dude. Oh my God, I'm more excited for the defense than the offense this season. We'll see how it goes. Should we do the guessing game and get out of here? A little short episode. That was a great talk.
Oh, I said I'm down. I didn't know if you heard me or not.
What was the outlawed website?
No, PFF.
Have we done Guest Central yet?
I don't think so. And NBC, as we just heard earlier in the episode.
Oh shit, we can show a silhouette? That really helps. Okay.
Random play. That's Joe Flacco right there.
Is it?
Yep. I know my white guys. Oh,
He is
dang.
in the South.
But look at that silhouette and then look at his face. Look just like him. Come on.
I was thinking like Tyler Bass at first, but
So it's not a quarterback. It's on offense. That's what we know.
yeah.
He
He looks too skinny to be a lineman.
Their number is lower than 15. They're younger than 39. So it's probably a receiver because they're also shorter than 6'6". and not in the AFC, so it's in the NFC South. It's not wide
Shorter than 6'2", number lower than 19, younger than
So-
33.
Who's in the NFC South? Is that the
Saints. Who's the Saint? Wait, is it that Hayner dude? Jake Hayner? Is that his name? It
Who's
wasn't
the
a quarterback. I don't know why I put that, but
But is that's the Bucks division, right?
yeah, younger than 25 too.
Bucky Irving.
That's
He wears
Bucky
number-
Irving.
I don't know, man. He wears number 8.
That is not Bucky Irving. If this is Bucky Irving, I'm gonna freak shit. It's a running back.
It's not Tampa Bay though.
Older than 21,
Oh,
younger than
it's number
25. Number
Number
7. Oh, the other white quarterback for the Saints.
It's not a quarterback.
You're not. Oh yeah, it's not. It's a running back. Number 7.
Wait, hey, what's the 4th NFC South team? There you go.
That is not Bijan
That is
Robinson.
not Bijan. Bro, Bijan got fucking dreads.
Yeah, that is not Bijan Robinson, bro.
What are you doing here, bro? Get central. Get it together.
Oh my god. We gotta go to a different website. We gotta do one. This is the one that we outlawed, right?
I don't know. Make a guess.
Let's go.
I don't think we outlawed any for the guessing. I think we outlawed the one for the draft.
Yeah.
Did any player?
It's in the AFC. Not on offense, I don't think.
No. So, AFC. What's his name? What's his name? Jalen Ramsey. Who also is not coming back.
It is number 5.
He's not coming back to Miami.
He's not. Tyreek could be on the move too. Number 5 in the AFC.
On defense. Wait, not on defense because the positions are not yellow for either. So it's a special teamer.
I don't know.
I don't know how that works. Well, there's no way a kicker or punter has more than one touchdown, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not good with jersey numbers.
I'm not either. You know,
Like,
I know it.
The only number 5 I can even think of, and I don't think he wore number 5. I'm pretty sure he wore number 7 is Odell, but he was never number 5.
He was 3.
Oh shit, he wasn't even 7. What the fuck? What am I on?
Oh my god. Should I show the clue?
Yeah.
Was a top college receiver at Clemson, won a natty, so he would have played with Deshaun Watson, I think.
Who is Deshaun Watson's number 1 receiver?
Hollywood?
Plays for the Chiefs. That is in the AFC. Hollywood Brown right there. No.
I think he went to Clemson, right?
It is. We obviously know it's a receiver. Has more than 28 touchdowns, less than 64, and in 5 years of experience. So that would be the 2020 draft.
2019. Well, I guess he could have stayed longer.
Well, they have 5 years of experience.
What about? I think he played with him. Oh yeah, T. Higgins.
T. Higgins went to Clemson.
Yeah. Didn't Hollywood Brown didn't go to Clemson?
I don't know. You're the one that said it.
He was at Bama, wasn't he?
I have no idea. He played college football at College of the Canyons and Oklahoma.
No, Oklahoma. Okay. All right. I think that'll probably end the episode.
All right.
You got a quarterback you want to shout out? Forgotten quarterback?
Shout out Justin Fields.
Shout out Justin Fields.